is a daily chart, a yearly chart of Bitcoin. And as you can see, this is was the trend line. If you have seen the previous videos I made, this is what that line has crossed 2 days ago, and it crashed past that. Is First of all, it is below its 200-day moving average. It crashed through this, then it touched this trend line on last two days, 11 13th exactly, and then the next session it was down again, and today it is pushing it down below. So we're far off from the 99,000. We're trading at about 91,835, which is significantly below the line. Let's take a closer look what is happening with Bitcoin. And here is the trend line break. You can see 92,000. It has been the lowest that I've seen. And for the yearly, it has also gone in negative. So on a 15-minute chart, let's take a look at it here. This is the ugly session here. Gap down here, tried to go up here, came down here. All the moving averages are down, providing no relief at this point. The 50 days down, for even the long-term 200 days curving here, which is showing negativity in the whole year. The only time it has touched this trend line was back here in April, and April's it has flourished very well, went up to make a high of 122nd. This was a declining wedge. Usually there are bullish patterns, and it should have bounced, but it did not, and it resolved to the downside here. There's a lot of selling pressure that is taking place in Bitcoin at this point. And if you are holding a position, you would be significantly low. So what is causing this now to micro strategy? And let's dive into it. MSTR. And here is a chart, daily chart of MSTR. MSTR has been in a downward channel here, which is a bullish channel, and it usually breaks out here to the upside. This was a support level here at 235 that broke, and it has technically now violated everything. Trading at 189 at 192, and it made a low of 189. It may come back here uh, towards the end of the day. Let's take a look at 1 hourly chart here on MSTR, and this is what the ugliness is happening here into the sell-off of MSTR. MSTR is the biggest depository of Bitcoins. MSTR now owns about 649,870 Bitcoins as of November 17, 2025. It acquired for approximately $48.37 billion, and the company, which is the largest corporate holder of Bitcoin, recently added 8,178 Bitcoins for 835.46. So what they're doing, they're not going out of business. They are adding more Bitcoin to the depository at a lower cost, where their cost is really 48 billion right now, the shares. And what has happened here, they issue corporate debt, which is about the tune of about 88.37 or something billion, and they owe about 48.37 billion assets. So they're issuing corporate debt and then leveraging that to buy more Bitcoins. And that is not the way you should look at it, that this company is in dire trouble. They wouldn't be adding all of these Bitcoins here. It's a temporary relief, temporary buying opportunity for some people, and they're reveling into the same kind of environment. Bitcoin purchases are taking place quite a bit all across. And one of the things that will happen here into the selling, one of these days, it will come back here. As soon as it comes back here, for MSTR, it's about 244 level. Then it will negate. But right now, everything is in a downturn pattern. The 50-day moving average, 200-day moving average. And now if we look at this daily chart, we're back to the daily chart. This is what it looks like. On a weekly basis, it isn't doing either. Let's take a look at it. It's weekly basis, Bitcoin, I mean, MSTR. is touching is 200-day moving average. It can bounce right back here. So in the long picture, it is still viable. And let's take a look at MSTY, downfall of MSTY, which I have covered in my previous video. You can take a look at MSTY, and let's take it. MSTY has done nothing but clobbered down and just slid down the chute. It's made a new low of 7.65 and is trading at 7.87 on a daily basis. MSTY is at this kind of a juncture. It has also reduced its dividends from 237 to now about 21 cents, and so on and so forth. Let's take a look at 1 hourly chart so we can look at the dividend. 16 cent was the latest payout, 17 cents, 19 cents, but it has turned weekly. It's not monthly. So they're getting 4 times a week, and multiply that by 4, and that's the dividend that you're getting. But it is deteriorating, completely losing its NAV value completely here at 765. I have no solution for it. I'm still holding MSTY to this moment, and despite the fact these technicals don't look good. This is a downward trading 50-day moving average, 200-day, and it needs to recover here about 8.84 before it becomes viable. So the crash in MSTY is also taking place. It's a downfall of this ETF, which is writing calls on MSTR stock, which itself is in a declining situation. But they are buying bitcoins at this time. So give it a ticket from there on. And the Bitcoin has to really recover here to this trend line back here about 99,000. So if you take it something away from this video, it is that patience and holding, and knowing that these things also reverse as bad as they come down here. And that's what I can help with, the technicality of the charts, because we base most of our trading on technicality. That's how I do that. It's a chart patterns, and it's the situations. There are a lot of fundamental things, but what has changed fundamentally? Nothing has changed fundamentally in this company or in Bitcoin. So take it from this, nothing has fundamentally changed, but the technical picture has deteriorated.